So, on continuation to the previous class, so in the guided media, we will be having two more types. After a twisted pair, we will be having the coax cable and optical fiber cable. So, in this class, we will discuss about the construction and working and applications of coax cable and optical fiber cables. So, this is the coaxial cable, how it will be looking like. So, coax cable, you will, in this one, we will be having the uh, compared to twisted pair where the wires are twisted. Here what we are using the inner conductor and outer conductor, and inner conductor outer conductor are separated by metal shield and total equipment is covered in a outer encapsulated plastic shield. So you will be having the this small circle will be the inner conductor, and you will be having the that hollow space is insulation, and next one is outer conductor, and that outer conductor is encapsulated by the outer sheath, that may be PVC. So here main advantage is the copper wire is single wire that is surrounded by the heavier metal shield, and and this inner and outer wires is separated by the insulation. So it will provide the barrier to the electromagnetic radiation and more protection than the twisted pairs. The construction of this coax cable, uh, so you can see from the diagram. So you will be having the inner conductor, and after inner conductor you will be having the insulation, then you will be having the outer conductor and outer sheath. So front view, this is side view, and the front view it will be looking like. So the small circle will be, in that small circle you will be having the conductor, that is the inner conductor, and that white color circle will be the insulation, and another big circle is of outer conductor. On that you will be having the PVC outer sheet. So it will be looking like inner wire you will be having the insulation, metal shield and outer insulation. So it is more protected than the twisted pair, and it will greatly reduce the crosstalk, and also greatly uh, electromagnetic radiation within the from the conductor to the outer surface will be greatly reduced by this type of constructions. So it is a single wire surrounded by a heavier metal shield. So it is having the advantage of easy to install and inexpensive. Since it is shielded, it can span over high distances at high speed than the twisted pair, and it offers high bandwidth and excellent noise immunity compared to the twisted pair lines. And the main disadvantage is higher cost compared to the twisted pair and harder to work with, and the cable may get easily damaged. So applications, it is the most versatile medium for the television communication, that is from your aerial to the TV. That wire is of coax cable and cable TV. For cable TV application we are using the this coax cable only. For long distance telephone transmission it can carry 10,000 voice calls simultaneously. So that is the main advantage of this coax cables, and it will replace it by fiber optics in some uh, applications, short distance computer system links and local area networks, that is LANs. So in different standards in coax cables, or RG8 is used in thick internet, RG9 is also used in thick internet, RG11 is also used in thick internet, RG58 used in thin internet applications, and RG59 is used for TV transmission. So this is how it will look like coaxial cable. So you will be having this green color inner conductor, and whatever the lead coming out of the inner conductor is your copper wire, that is the conductor of the your transmission medium, and this mesh whatever you are looking is the insulator, and this is outer conductor, and this black color will be the plastic cover contain uh, occupying the outer conductor. So it will greatly reduce the electromagnetic radiation, and there is no chance of crosstalk. But the disadvantage is the cable is expensive and it may damage. So how it will look like? So this is the actual coaxial cable. And next one we are going for the optical fiber. So in this optical fiber, as the name indicates, the communication mode is through the light has to travel. So in previous cases we are transmitting the electrical or electromagnetic signal. In this case we are converting the that electrical or electromagnetic signal that has to be converted into light signal. For that we will be having the input, whatever the input, real time inputs has to be converted into digital. So that digital will be mostly we are converting into digital voltages. So that voltage will be converted into current that is detected by your light source. So light source will convert the current into light. So that light will be uh, taken into your optical fiber system by using the light to fiber interface. So that is your glass or plastic optical fiber cable. So in that optical fiber cable the signal will be transmitted, and at the receiver again we will be having the fiber to light interface. Then you will be presenting the some detectors, that may be a avalanche photo detector, so which will detect the light and that will convert the light into current. So that current will be again converted into voltage, and that voltage is converted from digital to analog converter and given to final destination. So basic principle: at the transmitter the message inputs are converted into digital form. The digital pulses are encoded. The encoded digital pulses are converted into light pulses by a light source like LED or ILD. So whatever the digital pulses are there, that are to be converted into light pulses by using the LED, and this light energy is carefully coupled into the your optical fiber cable. The fiber is made of either glass or plastic. So the basic principle used in optical fiber cable is total internal reflection. Under some preferred condition, light passes through the other end of the fiber with very little attenuation. And at the receiver, these light pulses are coupled to a photodiode or avalanche photodiode or pin diodes that will be used as light detectors to convert the light back into electrical pulses. And these pulses are decoded, converted into analog form by using the digital to analog converter, and that are amplified and delivered to their destination. So in principle involved in case of optical fiber is total internal reflection. So in this one, theta I is the incident light, theta r is the refraction. So this is the boundary medium and this is the normal to the boundary of the two medium. So medium 1 is having mu 1 and medium 2 is having refractive index mu 2. Whenever the light falls from medium 1 to medium 2, and the condition as such that mu 1 is greater than mu 2, refractive index of medium 1 is greater than medium 2, that is medium 1 we are calling it as denser medium, medium 2 we are calling it as lighter medium or rarer medium. Then what happens to the light will be bends away from the normal at some angle. At some angle we are calling it as critical angle. What happens means it will not go into the medium 2, it will come to the in parallel with the this one. So at an angle of incidence the light ray just grazes on the surface of the separation of two medium. This angle we are calling it as critical angle. When uh, theta I equal to theta c, what happens is that this light will not go into medium 2, it will be on the surface of the medium 1 and medium 2. So that we are calling it as critical angle. If the angle of incidence is, that is theta I, if it is greater than theta c, then what happens is the the incident light will be completely refracted to the medium 1, it will not go into the medium 2. So that is, we are calling it as total internal reflection. Whenever the theta I greater than the critical angle, then the light will not move to the medium 2, it will completely go into the medium 1 only. So that we are calling it as total internal reflection. The angle of incidence of light is greater than the critical angle, it bends within the medium, and this phenomena is known as total internal reflection, and it is used to propagate the light inside the optical fiber. So here you see, when theta I equal to theta c, it is going through the medium 1 and medium 2 surface. When theta I is greater than theta c, light bends within the medium only, it will not go to the medium 2, it will go within the medium 1 only when theta I is greater than theta c, and this one we are calling it as Snell's law. So, and the advantage of optical fiber is it it process greater capacity, and data rates are very much high compared to this twisted pair and coax cables, and which is very small in size and lightweight, and we can have very low attenuation by using of this light communication, and there is no possibility of electromagnetic radiation, so electromagnetic isolation will be possible, and greater repeater spacing due to very less attenuation per kilometer. So there is less attenuation, so that you can place the repeaters is used for re-amplifying the signal again, so that will be reduced, so you can have a repeater at a tens of kilometer. So this is how optical fibers looking like. It is like a flower vase with lights, you can see on the roadsides also. So this is the core and cladding. We will be having inside the construction details, you will be having the inner conductor, we will be calling it as core, outer conductor we are calling it as cladding, and core and cladding are separated by the insulation, and cladding is covered by the PVC jacket, and within that the light will be within the core only. When theta is greater than theta c, light will be within the uh, core only, it will not go out of the core and cladding interface. When the, so that we are calling it as TIR, total internal reflection. So in the optical fiber, in optical fibers we will be having two types: single mode step index, multi mode step index, and multi mode graded index fibers. So this is how it will look like, optical fiber. So flower vases, we will see outside flower vases, so that type it will construction it will look like. And the losses in optical fibers are absorption losses, Rayleigh scattering losses, radiation losses, and coupling losses. So applications are long haul trunks, metropolitan trunks, rural exchange trunks, subscriber loops, LANs, and totally in this class we have covered about guided medium, that are coax cables, twisted pair, and fiber optics, how they are looking like. So this one is these are the twisted pairs, and this is the coax cable, and this one is the fiber optic cable. So coax cable consists of insulated copper wire covered with the wire mesh shield, which is protected with the plastic cover. So wire mesh shield is to protect from the electromagnetic interference. Coaxial cable provides more bandwidth than the twisted pair cables, and these are used in both analog and digital transmissions. Core is surrounded by the clad. Optical fiber transmits light signals rather than electrical signal. In optical fiber, electrical signals are converted into light waves at a transmitter. Similarly, light waves are converted into electrical signal at the receiver. Fibers provide excellent security and high data rates. Which is having the highest data rates? Optical fibers. Optical fiber uses the dash for the data transmission, light. So the current is converted into light. So the different questions: explain the cross section and applications of coax cables. Similarly, explain the cross section and applications of optical fiber cables, advantages and disadvantages of coax cables, and advantages of fiber optic cables. Thank you.